SMMA. What does that stand for? Social media agencies. Do you guys understand social media agencies? Do you understand how much money is in social media agencies? And it really doesn't matter how old you are or where you're from. You can start this today. Welcome to the Bluprint podcast, and thank you for being here. And I just want to send a special shout out for you guys. This is the second episode. The first episode, you showed up and you showed off. I thank you. Like, for real. I thank you guys. So I've got young individuals here. I met them from my apartment building. As I met these two young men, I started realizing that where I moved to was for young, black, and gifted entrepreneurs that are trying to become millionaires in a short space of time. I don't know if that's English, but I'm gonna put it like this. These guys are what we call the blueprint of what you can start with absolutely nothing and just build an empire. So I'm gonna bring them in and they're gonna tell us about social media agencies. What is it? How can you start it? And how can you start the blueprint? How can you start with what? What do you need? And how much you can make? So ladies and gentlemen, I welcome the Dreadlocks boys. They look absolutely the same. Come in, guys. Come in. Welcome. Drip like that. What's up? You nice? Yeah, Antona. Welcome to the Bluprint.
Facts.
I got the worst hangat, and every time we're together, I've realized
We only speak English.
we only twang.
Yeah.
So where you from?
I'm originally from Zambia, actually.
Okay, I'm gonna get your names right now.
Of course.
From Zambia.
Yes.
You're from?
South Africa.
South
Gauteng,
Africa.
Born and raised.
Bes-
It's Zulu.
besides twanging,
Yeah.
what else can we put in this just to spice it up, kancane?
It's Zulu about for singas khuluma na saknenke.
That's the first time I hear you say that. Bro. That's the first time. Okay, guys, introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
That's your camera over there.
Camera over there.
Introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
Where you from? What do you do? And then we can get started.
Sweet. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me, Pusha. The
Yeah.
Blueprint, first time here, and it's going to be a great time. My name is Yazaya, and I dropped out of school from a broken system, and since then, not even like high school, way before high school, dropped out of that shit and started our own creative agency since then, based off of the skills I encountered working with my dad in the IT space. And it's been a great ride since then, building this agency and, encountering the clients that we have, and building this agency really has been a phenomenal time. But
How old are you, bro?
23 this year.
All right, nice.
23 this year.
Okay, hi guys. My name is Ruben Lapia, creative director here at Zycorp.
Creative direct, are you going? Bro? Like,
Do your
I
thing.
love how you guys like, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
and the
Facts.
CEO levels and stuff like that. Like, I
Yeah.
love it. Anyway, sorry, man.
Yeah,
Go
so
on.
we've got quite a few years in the creative space,
Yeah.
and we decided to obviously take all that knowledge and experience that we had and bring it in-house and build our own thing from the ground up. Pretty much collaborate with different professionals, different other clients, and get to that space where we're pushing our own agency, essentially.
Yeah.
Agency.
Yeah.
Explain social media agency to me.
Well, a social media agency
I'm a
is...
5-year-old.
Okay, cool. A social
I'm a
media
5-year-old.
agency...
I don't even understand
What
the
social
terms.
media... Yeah.
Like, break it down to me like you're about to
talk to a 5-year-old.
5-year-old.
Sure. Well, I believe that 5-year-olds are all over the internet these days. At
course.
least they understand what it's like being on the internet and
Definitely.
browsing through different platforms. So essentially, a social media agency is a company that, as a social media agency owner, you can decide which niche you want to specialize in.
What is niche?
A niche is basically your scope of expertise. So if you want to, for instance, as a 5-year-old, if you want to be selling sweets or maybe even packaging sweets as a social media agency, you can do that. And basically run that off and package your social media little sweet company and take it to the world, showcase it to the world, get your customer base, and basically sell to them your different products and get some clients off of that. Pretty much that's what a social media agency is, yeah.
Yeah, just to fill in some of the
Yeah.
gaps, starting with social media. Social media is obviously the the space in which we interact on the internet, socially, but at this stage it's been used to promote different things. Businesses obviously are on social media as well. So essentially what our agency does is communicate on this digital platform, and we connect our clients to the audience in which they're trying to reach, and we're their mouthpiece or a spokesperson for different types of industries to communicate with the people who they would like to reach on the internet.
All right. Can I explain it?
Of course.
Go for it.
The way that I
Perceive it.
I personally, I think it's very important for us to understand what this platform is about.
Of course.
You guys are here to plug people
Of course.
into doing what you guys are doing, right? So the way I understand social media agency is basically going to a spaza shop, or okay, let's not say spaza shop,
Okay.
right? Let's keep it to a chisanyama, kokasi, right? You go to a chisanyama kokasi, you present to them the gaps that they are lacking
Yeah.
in order for them to make more revenue,
Right.
right? To make more money.
Right.
And reach more people.
And reach more people.
Yes.
Of course.
When you go there, you say, listen, my name is B.A. Pusha. My company deals with social media advertising. This is what I've done so far.
Yes, sir.
This is the revenue I've got for this company.
Yeah.
I can do the same for you
Yeah.
by running ads on Facebook,
Yeah.
by running ads on Google,
Yeah.
and by targeting and retargeting.
Right.
Getting you, if you're making 10K, I can make you 50K.
Yeah.
And all I'm asking you right now is for you to give me 500 Rand just to run your ads and show you what I can do. So I'm thinking that's the easiest way we can explain it
Facts,
for
definitely.
someone who
Who's
wants
not
to get
understanding
into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know when I meet up with you guys, I meet you guys at the boardroom all the time.
Yeah.
You guys are working 24/7,
Yeah.
365.
Devs.
I also want you guys to get into that, right? Like, it's fine to start a social media agency.
Yeah.
And I know you guys have like so many companies that you're running social media for,
Advertising
for.
advertising for.
Yeah.
And you get their budget,
Yeah.
right? So in their budget, not to take over this,
No, of
I want to
course.
find out from you guys.
Of course,
but
of course.
you go to a company, Chisanyama, and you say, how much are you spending on advertisement?
Yeah.
And they say, no, we have an in-house. Let's not say Chisanyama. Usually with big corporates, they have an in-house
marketing team,
Yeah.
that they're paying 30K each
Yeah.
of the marketing team, and you find out they're 6.
Yeah.
You come in and you say, I can break that budget. Give me 30K. So they don't need to have
That whole setup,
team
yeah, they can outsource
because
that
they can
stuff.
outsource you guys.
Exactly.
And you can have 10 of those people and make 100K
Exactly.
as a company, or 200K,
Yeah.
depending on how many clients.
Yeah.
But let's also get into, as much as it sounds nice to have 100K, which is
course.
what you guys are doing.
Of course.
And I've heard the numbers that you guys
Yeah.
are getting right now. We'll get into that, right?
Yeah.
Because
Sure.
other people don't know.
The
You
possibilities.
know how
yeah.
person. I want to know the first time you guys started. Why did you guys start? How did you guys start? And what are you guys doing at the moment? What clients are you looking into?
Yeah.
And the type of. So I'm gonna leave it to you guys now.
You want to take this, bro?
Sure. Let me speak about why we do what we do. We are lovers of communication, and basically we help our clients communicate and express their goals and what they want to do for their clientele to people. So we come there to the Chisanyama, and obviously they're in the hood right now.
Yeah.
And that's their current space of work, and I'm sure on a local scale they're doing pretty well. They're doing pretty well. People are walking by and smelling that great food and coming in there to become customers. But now they wanna be on social media. They want to show the rest of the world what they're doing. That's where we come in to now take that real life experience, put it on a digital scale where we brand it using photography, using graphics. We take pictures and videos, and now we create the social presence on social media, showing the rest of the world what this organization does. And that selling point, they really appreciate it because they're so busy as the company, doing the work. So they don't necessarily have time to be capturing all these experiences that they experience from day to day,
Yes.
from feeding people to people having a great time with their friends when they are there, buying and buying and having a great lifestyle time. So we come there, we capture those moments, and we put them on social media for them. And that in and of itself, using a marketing budget and a strategic plan, pushes it out there on social media and gets them a traction online, where now an outside audience is looking into this place as a tourist attraction even, and coming through there to see what it's like based off of what they've been seeing on the photos that we've been putting up there. So that's one of the reasons why we do what we do, to highlight experiences for our clients and put them out there in the world.
Yeah. And in terms of running an agency, right, I would say the most important thing to understand is, like we're saying, is communication, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, what we do is communicate, yeah? We help our clients speak to who they want to speak to, and help who they're speaking to understand what is being said by the client. So essentially our job is to, especially with new brands or upcoming brands, is to essentially position themselves in a way that they speak to the right people and those people understand them the way they would like to be understood. So we need to think of businesses as if we would think of people, right? When you meet a person, how they look, what they say, how they speak, all those things influence how you perceive them and that relationship going forward. So we give businesses, we create their perception, we create their brand, how they look, and we give them a tone of voice in terms of how they speak to their people, so that their clients or their preferred clients or their target audience understands who this company is, what it is that they do, how they can receive value from them, and if they want to continue a long-lasting relationship with them. Yeah. So in that communication, we also make sure that we create loyalty for our clients with their for our clients with their potential targets, that those people end up consistently interacting with that brand or coming back to that brand because they enjoy that interaction and the service that they're receiving from the brand specifically.
All right, guys, let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into the juice.
Yeah.
I'm 17, straight out of high school.
Straight out of high school, for sure.
What do I need to get started? Most importantly, how long am I gonna take to get off and start seeing profits, right? Fresh out of high school, what would you advise me? I'm watching this podcast right now. How do I start? What do I need to start? How much am I looking to make?
Yeah,
And before you answer that,
yeah.
how much are you guys making?
Sure. It's a very interesting question, and I love the way you've asked it, because a lot does go into running a social media agency. In my personal experience, for somebody that's 17, straight out of high school, and wants to start a business, they most likely don't have the experience in maybe graphic design or web design or software development,
of course,
or telecoms or photography or videography, which is just a few of the other services that we do. So 17, fresh out of high school, at least have an understanding of business management.
Yeah.
And have a sense of passion and grit, and a sense of like hard work, because when you building that up from the bottom, before you start seeing profits, it's going to be quite a very interesting challenge. But in the world we're living in today, you need your computer, a stable internet connection,
Definitely,
a lot of research on YouTube, because YouTube is the university where you guys can get your certifications and degrees from these days, and at least,
You heard that?
Facts. YouTube is where it's at. We graduated off the University of YouTube. So a lot of hours researching, looking at different service of expertise would help the 17-year-old. And, so once they have their business model and what they want to specialize in, you can pretty much outsource your services from then. You don't have to have the experience. You can just outsource it.
Yeah. So I would say, that, like you said, there's various ways in which you can go about it. One is acquiring the skills. So going for a bit of training or YouTube where you learn either graphic design or web design or software development.
So you need a skill.
Yeah. So one
You
thing
can't
is
just start an agency without the skill.
it'll be the best thing to do is to understand communication.
Okay.
So that is a skill in itself. Communication is a skill. So understanding communication, you can't claim to want to run an agency, a communication agency, when you don't know communication. So I would say understanding that, as well as creativity, because our job is to solve problems that our clients have in a creative way. So they're telling you, oh, we don't know how to get more clients in our restaurant, or we don't know how to get the word out there, or so they will come to you with a business objective that they want to accomplish, and there's a gap that they can't fill, and we need to have a creative solution to filling that gap. So creativity, hard work, as well as a skill set, I think are very important when it comes to running an agency, because also as you bring in outsource certain work or if you delegate certain tasks, you want to be able to scrutinize that work. You want to be able to say, this is good, I understand good design or good communication, and yes, let's run it, or this is not so good. You know, you'll be able to vet those things once you're at that level of thinking creatively, and you have that a certain skill set.
I like that. Okay, cool. So here's the grid, né?
Yeah.
So I understand what you guys are saying. I must get a skill.
Yeah.
YouTube is my friend.
Yes.
Usually small courses that could take
Yes,
you,
yes.
you know, a couple of months
Yeah.
to learn the
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah.
I'm good at the skill.
Yeah.
I feel like. So how do I approach companies? What do I say to those companies?
Cool.
How do I market myself to get that thing? And you haven't
Sure.
answered me, Buffy.
Yeah, well, I just
Yeah,
remembered
you
your
haven't answered
question.
me. How much you
The
making?
money.
Sure.
How much-
So it's a very great space to be in because it's so flexible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's extremely
You
flexible.
know, it's extremely, especially as the business owners, you really get to enjoy the profits that you make off of this because you can sign clients from anywhere between 8.5 a month all the way up to 50K. It's insane, depending on obviously the client's objectives and
Yeah.
what it is that they
They
do.
need, yeah.
But yeah, the books are looking fantastic. You really can't afford the luxury to not only do the job, but also to reinvest in the organization to keep scaling it and taking it to the next level. Yeah.
And I would say for any beginner or anyone who's trying to start out in that creative space is, one, you have to have longevity, yeah? So before you can be making like 50K bags
Yeah.
a month from a certain client, you know, you have to build up a track record of
Yeah.
trust, of
Yeah.
credibility,
Yeah.
of achieving certain results.
Yeah.
So you probably start off a bit small
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
smaller packages, maybe
Yeah.
doing a monthly marketing
about that,
campaigns.
packages, né?
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk about the packages,
Yeah,
right?
packages. How do you package it?
So various clients will have different needs, of course, and different business objectives that they're trying to achieve, or different communication problems that they're having. So you might want to, and things about communication is it needs to be consistent. It needs to be.
But then let's do it this way. So for instance, as the 17-year-old that wants to open the social media agency,
Yeah.
you have to find your niche first.
Yeah.
We are doing everything. So everything from doctors and engineers and artists and influencers, we pretty much cater to these people. But it's a lot of work. So for instance, if you get a 17-year-old that wants to start somewhere, let's say they start as a web design agency.
Yeah.
All right, let's start
like
as a
that.
web design agency. You start somewhere to get a feel of how this works and the possibilities of what it could be.
Of course.
And web design is one of the best places to start because it's just a door away from social media or monthly retainers. So as a web design agency, you have your once-off packages where you meet
Design a
clients.
website,
You
yeah.
can be walking down your nearest city and then you
Yes.
see that this restaurant here doesn't have a website, but they have a lot of personal engagement that goes on in there. So you go there, you make your pitch. You're like, hey guys, you guys don't have online traffic at all, but you're doing really great in your real life space. So you pitch a website to them. That's going to be a once-off package because you're doing just the website. There's no retainers there. You're just designing something off the bat. So you can charge it maybe anywhere between, depending on the restaurant, you can charge it maybe like 6K, 9K, 10K if they want people
Wait,
to
hold
book.
up.
Yeah.
Hold up. You're
Sure.
charging 6K for a website.
Yeah.
Right? For
Yeah.
a business that doesn't have a website.
Obviously, once you've shown the value proposition as to what the value of
okay.
this
Yeah.
is.
I understand. But,
Yeah.
you know, I hate doing this to you guys, but I'm
course.
going to say it anyway.
Do it.
You know, with AI right now, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, I was about to say, you know, AI
Sure.
can build me, okay, maybe the businesses in Africa don't know this. They
Yeah.
don't have this information, especially with, you know what I'm saying. But I know AI can build me a website.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between you guys and AI that can
Personal
build me?
touch, human touch.
So I think this goes back to having a skill, right?
It does.
Because the more proficient you are at a skill, the more you set yourself apart from other people, from robots, from all of it, right? You're pretty much showing the actual value and quality of the work you can put out.
And the detail that you
yeah,
can-
so
you can do
with
that.
AI, I think there's two ways to go about it, right? There's one where you can partner with AI and use AI to a certain extent, and then you bring in your own individual touch to give it that
Taking it to
cherry
the
on
next
top.
level,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Or you can simply divorce yourself from the generic AI approach and bring in your own pretty much exclusive creative approach to certain things.
Because right now there's a lot of limitations with AI. If you have 5 different restaurant clients, you don't want to be giving them the same website look. You want to be able to give them their own tailored package.
Yeah.
And that's
fact,
where the
that's
human
key thing.
touch
With each
comes
client,
in.
you want to be tailored. You want to make sure you understand them and you're speaking as them, speaking for them. Like I said, as a person, we're all different people. We all look different. We're all individuals. So even with the companies, you have to give each company its individualness, its individual uniqueness.
Individuality, yeah.
So, gents, what are you saying? Are you saying?
Yeah.
Are you guys seriously saying right now that I am going to skip AI? That I'm paying 1,000 rand? Not even. It's free at some stage.
A lot of it is free.
It's free. And give you guys 6,000 rand because you guys can tailor to my brand. As a business owner, do I care about being tailored to, or I just care about saving money as a business person?
As a business person, do you have the time? Do you have the time as a business person?
100%. Listen.
Yeah.
You coming to me. I'm Pusha.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know about AI. You come to pitch. Look, Pusha, fantastic. We saw your website. We can tailor to you.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna come to you.
Sure.
And I say, you understand?
Yeah.
I can tell AI exactly what you're telling me.
Yeah,
I
AI
can
can
go
do it.
to AI right now on my PC, on my laptop, and say whatever those guys have just said. I want you to do exactly what they just said they're going to do. Right? That's the first thing. Right?
Yeah.
The second question I have for you guys is basically to ask you. You guys are not scared of y'all not shit scared of AI at all, that you guys are gonna lose this whole social media agency? Because with AI I can do that.
I would say no.
Yeah, not scared at all.
Because we are also very progressive, right?
Yeah.
So we're keeping our ears to the ground. We're always on the research wave, and we're always looking for what's happening next and how we can
Integrate that.
integrate that into our systems and take advantage of the tools, because AI is a tool. If you see AI as some kind of robot that's going to take over, you've already lost, because AI is actually coded and powered by humans. It's powered by human knowledge.
Yeah.
So if you use that tool to supplement the knowledge you already have, then you're staying on top of it, you're staying in front of it. But if you let it replace you, then you're pretty much giving your power away. And like with your earlier question about, if I'm a business owner, I could pretty much go online, get an AI to create a website for me. And that definitely could work out for you. But in terms of longevity and actual quality, you'll lose out, because the internet is a really saturated market. There's a lot going on in the internet. Every day there's new content there. So you want to make sure that you stand out amongst the rest. You want to make sure that yours is actually something that can trap the attention of a user. So if you go the route of simply getting an AI to do it, which it can, it will give you a very generic and very
entry
level content or entry level website or anything like that, and you just get lost in the whole flurry of the internet, really.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to project and compare between an AI website and the websites that we develop.
We'll put it up. We'll put it up in post-production and things
because
like
I
that,
would
so
like
we
for
can
everybody
compare.
to see.
Compare your website, and I'm gonna get an AI. So what we're gonna do?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, cool.
Sure.
So what I'm
It's
gonna do?
happening.
These guys are gonna do a website for me.
For sure,
I'm gonna go on my AI side because I love AI. And I'm gonna say, AI, do me best.
Yeah.
Do me
Facts.
best. And then I'm gonna
is that
put
the problem?
You
Is
guys
that the
decide. You guys decide which one we're gonna go for.
Push, like if you're gonna tell AI to and prompt it to say "do me best," I don't think that's fair.
No, I'm not gonna say "do me best,"
this
nigga.
This is why we here, because we having these conversations. We get to know you on a personal level. And now we get to
do me best on AI. You be like, what the hell? So if I say do me, okay, I get it.
Trust.
Human.
You gotta be really,
guys.
that human touch is always important.
I'm super proud of you guys because
Thank
you
you.
guys are so young, first of all, and I've never imagined. Have you ever imagined the type of money that you guys are doing? Not to put you guys on blast. I know I put a lot of my guests
But
on
you
blast,
have
but I'm trying to show these guys that, you know what I'm saying, you do not need money to get started.
Yeah. In today's time, you really don't. You just need the time and the willingness to learn.
Yeah.
Because I have a decade in doing what I'm doing.
A decade, my nigga, you're 23.
I'm 23. Facts. So getting back to the whole dropping out situation, I think it might have been grade 7 that I left
Grade
school.
7?
Yeah, due to financial.
left school?
Yeah, left school grade 7 due to financial
Fuck outta
issues
here.
at home. But my dad was running an IT company at the time, so literally from like 9 years old, I was behind a computer.
You're so fucking
Learning graphics and
smart,
shit, you
dog.
know?
Like, okay, can we go back there? You left
Yeah.
school in grade 7, right?
Grade 7, yeah.
Do you, with what you're making right now? Because I remember I was growing up, but shout out
What I have
to
pictured
all
it.
the teachers who said I
Facts.
wouldn't make it. Oh, okay. Anyway, right? Looking back at school, right? There's nothing I'm using, by the way, from school.
Yeah.
Would you say you left grade 7, you making the paper you are making?
Yeah.
If you went to school, graduated like everybody else,
I'll
got a job,
probably- yeah,
would you
yeah,
still be
yeah.
making the same
Yeah.
money that you're making right now? Honestly.
Sure. Honestly, I don't think so, because school is such a, it really puts people through programs that ends up reprogramming them for some sort of a structure.
Become a worker.
Become a
Work, yeah,
worker.
yeah.
A
An
working
employee,
structure,
yeah.
an employee
Employee.
structure. So I would like to believe that I got out of it so early, that way I can have like my own idea as to what I want to, achieve.
Yeah.
So how can we say this? Let's say, you drop out of grade 7 and we already had a background with my dad, like working on computers. So really had to take that by the horns and try my best to really understand it like the back of my hand. Because that's another thing, like people are given opportunities, but they don't really like utilize them to like 100%. A lot of stuff is surface based. So had to become indispensable to have to guarantee the future that I have today. Because if I had went through a normal, my peers are graduating just last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now they're about to go into real life. I
And
was
you've
already
been
seeing real
in
life. You know what I mean?
They're about to get into
You know what I
That's
mean?
deep.
If there was a way to bypass school and go straight to high school, maybe that would be better, because now people are choosing their modules and what they want to get into.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's still a theory, though. The thing is, it's still theories out there. It's not really practicalities, like real world practicalities. So yeah, man, like the conventional school way is not for everyone. But if at least you have an understanding, like if you have like English, you can understand
You can
English.
read and write. That's
And
it.
read 'em. You know what I mean? If you can at least achieve that, then you can take it to the next level. If you really about it,
Yeah.
you can
In
really
fact,
take
I
it to the
think
next level.
you just have to be really hungry, hey?
Facts.
You really have to be
Extremely
hungry, yeah.
and have a chip on your shoulder. If you have a chip, I mean, like financial issues at home or whatever the case might have been, I have a weight on my shoulder to kind of rewrite. My,
I don't understand. You
the
from
whole
South
thing.
Africa, ne?
Yeah.
So there's South African schools. Were you in the township?
No,
were you in
not
town?
in the township.
Where you from, though?
Suburban. Let's say like Germiston.
Not let's say.
side?
Where you from?
Germiston, like Germiston. side, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
where in Germiston?
Leondale. Have you heard of Leondale? That was like back in the day.
Is it
though, like,
Kasi?
it's not Kasi. It's entry level suburban.
You know, like these government schools that are
Yes,
free.
I went to a government school before I went to a private ACE school.
But I don't understand. Why do you go
none
back?
of those places, bro. None of those places, like
No,
nah,
I'm
they
trying
don't
to
have-
see.
they don't
Like
put me
you
on,
said,
bro.
there's the financial. I understand financial with
oh.
university,
Oh, I see
Oh,
what you
yeah.
mean. I see
but
what you mean. I see what you mean.
financial with
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So
High
I'm like
school.
I'm like a sibling to nine siblings. It's like 10 of us at home.
Shit.
So you can imagine the financial strain my parents had to carry to be able to do all that shit, right? So that's one of the chips on my shoulders. Like,
Are you now
to-
the breadwinner?
Yeah, I be holding the family down. Yeah, I be
dog
holding
shit.
the family down. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things. That's why we go
Shout
so
out.
hard. That's why
Shout
we have
out.
these sleepless
Damn, at
nights.
23, a breadwinner. Yo, guys, it's it. Mzansi Swagala, Mzansi is crazy.
It's
Like, you see how
crazy.
digital has
Yeah.
changed people's
Yeah.
lives to become breadwinners now.
Exactly.
Bro, like, people are sleeping on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thing is, the skills are out there. The knowledge is out there, and for those who really scrutinize, the internet and are, like we said, hungry to learn, there's definitely space for you to grow financially at a young age. Because
Yeah.
one, when you're young, you also have the curiosity
Yeah.
to really like look into a lot of things, as well as the energy to
It's there.
to act on it.
That's why I was saying
Those
to
are
you
key
guys.
components for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah, that's
Key
why I was saying
components.
to you guys that I don't like mentoring people who are.
Yeah, I was
you
gonna
remember?
get to that. Yeah.
Remember, I told you I was like, I don't like mentoring older people. Like, I don't like mentoring my peers who have babies, they have
Yeah.
bonds, they
Yeah.
have. Already,
Yeah.
your mindset is.
Facts.
It's not open. It's not
you know
open
what I'm saying?
enough.
You're not open to the possibility.
Yeah.
Anyway, you just want subsidize
You wanna
your
overnight
profit.
success, yeah.
Exactly.
You know, you don't want all of this. You just want what works. What
Yeah,
works. So I would say just open a burger shop there. That works, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
when it comes to social media,
Yeah.
that you gotta. That's why I like working with people that are fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
They don't have bonds. They don't have all these things.
Yeah.
Because you can lock yourself up in your bedroom for the
True.
next 6 months and just grind.
Yeah.
But people like in the 80s, they have babies. They have to go and what. The kid is sick.
Yeah.
Mamang, when saying, you know, like there's so much.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's impossible for someone because my
older.
age,
Yeah,
I did it too,
you did it,
like
yeah.
three years ago. But I don't have kids.
Yeah.
We don't have the same
Little less to
problems.
worry about.
Yeah. So
That's a big flex.
all right, guys, we you know what I'm saying? I just want you guys to basically close it off with what because I'm inspired by you guys because I live in the same building by you,
Yeah.
and every time I see you guys, you're grinding.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
putting everybody. Your brother is also in the
Yeah,
business,
in it,
and then
yeah.
and then I got you guys in my business, so I
Facts.
can
Facts.
leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course,
Woo!
of course. But here's
Okay.
the thing, like, you know, homie Shorty was employed. She was working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you gave her
What
a
was he
job.
Yeah. You see what I mean?
But apart from that, like, what I'm trying to get to is the flexibility of what we can make and the life that we can live. We can choose to take a Monday off spontaneously. We can choose to go work somewhere else.
Yeah.
We can do. We so flexible.
Kind of
So,
what is it called? Freedom of time.
Yeah.
freedom of time. And we have like a 4-hour work
4-hour
week.
work.
But you guys never rest, though.
Yeah, we never
Yeah.
rest. It's the things we have all these different
You
clients,
guys
like
can't-
in the engineer space.
Why don't you guys
No,
rest?
we let our team go early while we
Yeah,
keep
we
keep
hold
at
it down. We hold it down.
But
at
that's
home.
not healthy, guys. And I've
You
been
think
saying
so?
this.
You think so?
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
No, see, we got the energy for now. So right now we work at that level to
At
set
20s,
things up
ne?
for
To set
when-
things up
Working
for
your
the
20s,
future.
yeah, in
so
our
on your
30s,
30s, you're
we're
not
relaxed.
doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right, guys, but
that
keep it
works.
safe.
Yeah, and I would say
Facts.
something that, you know, anyone trying to start an agency or run any kind of business, I would say to keep in mind is be prepared to fail, right? There will always be
Yeah, be
challenges.
okay with
Nothing is
that.
ever simple or streamlined, or you just do it and I make money, you know? There's always gonna be challenges and setbacks and a lot of things. In fact, as soon as you try to do something with your life, there'll be a lot of things trying to stop you from that, and you have to push through that. So I would say, you know, being prepared to fail and learn from your mistakes or learn from all the L's that you take. Like we say, we never take L's. All the L's are lessons for us. It's never a loss, it's a lesson, you know? And like Vusi was saying once, like a musician or an artist, you know, starting out to play any instrument, you would suck every
suck.
day. Every day you try to play the guitar, you're gonna suck. But then
People
at some
give up
point,
early
you
as
just
well.
will stop sucking. At some point,
Yeah.
you get it so well that you don't suck anymore, you don't fail anymore. And that's kind of something every agency
Yeah.
owner or entrepreneur should keep in mind, that you will fail in the beginning.
It's at that point for us now. Like, we have such a formula. Like, we had a meeting today. We just signed a new client, financial wealth
Advisor,
manager,
yeah.
Oh,
and
well
we're gonna
done,
be running
guys.
their whole
How
thing.
many clients you guys have now?
Ooh.
Can we project the CRM on the screen? or something?
Yo,
Because
no, wait. Before
Yo,
you get into that,
too many.
No, I know it's too many.
Yeah.
But here's my question, guys. Every time I see you guys, I know what the type of money you guys are making.
Yeah.
Because if you make it, you said ooh right now, so that
It's-
means you have a shitload of clients.
Yeah.
Facts.
Right? That are paying
Facts.
you 30K, 20K,
Yeah.
40K,
Yeah.
100K, whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys I've never seen you guys
Flex.
with. What's up with this dress code? Like, I've never seen you guys
I mean,
in Louis
like,
Vuitton.
yeah.
I've never seen you. You guys keep it as simple as we
As possible,
always.
yeah.
You know, like, it's for the podcast, but you know we always keep it simple. Why don't you guys come with Louis Vuitton bags, and why is that
I mean,
not?
so I think
Because
for
you guys
instance-
are making that type of money.
Yeah. There's really no need to. I mean, you get to a point where you flex so much, you realize that there's no need to this shit. Let's look at J. Cole, 2013, Born Sinner. He's out there going crazy. You know, has this song, Born Sinner, talking about, I'm going to go join the Illuminati, F everybody.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that J. Cole aesthetic,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But now, J. Cole today, he's so calm. He got the dreadlocks. He wear Crocs.
He rides
But
a
we
bike
know
and stuff.
he rides a bike in the city.
Personally-
but we know he has money, though.
Personally,
You don't need to
I
flex
don't
that.
flex because drip or nice shoes or Louis Vuitton, that's not my idea of a flex.
Yeah.
That's
Facts.
insecurity to me,
Big facts.
right?
Let
To
them
me,
know,
a
let
flex
them know.
is a yacht. I bought a building.
Facts.
I have a private jet.
Facts.
That's what the things we're
the type
talking
of flex.
about, right?
Exactly.
Facts.
that we
First
tryna be
generational
on.
wealth
You
is
know,
a flex.
the
Taking care of
clothes
the
and
family
stuff,
is a flex.
I wear the clothes. The clothes don't wear me. You feel me? So I'm dripping already because I'm wearing it. Because it's me wearing it, not because it's the brand that I'm wearing. You feel me? So for me, a flex is I bought this land. You know, I have
Yeah.
this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I started a franchise and I hired 10 new people.
Yeah,
That's a flex.
Facts,
for me.
empowering our
Yeah.
people. Like, you know, this agency is gonna get so big to a point where we just want to hire young youth, the youth. You know,
Essentially.
black,
You are the
black
youth.
youth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hiring the youth.
You know what I mean? Empowering them, and
Essentially.
that's what we would
That's
like
the
to
kind of
believe a
flex.
flex is.
Speechless.
Not the change.
Speechless. First of all, you guys started this. You helped out your families.
Yeah.
Still,
You hired
still.
your partners.
Yeah.
Your partners are now part of the business. Your brothers, everybody is part of the business. That means you put everybody on.
Yeah.
And you're still hiring other people because the business is getting
It's expanding.
And
yeah.
after that, you guys are gonna be competing with the guys that used to hold that was supposed to manage you guys.
Exactly. Yeah,
That was
exactly.
supposed to give you guys salaries.
Jobs
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
You are gonna be competing
Competing.
with those guys.
Exactly.
Facts. That's the plan. That's the plan.
Guys,
Where are we at right now?
So last words
Yeah.
before we close, guys. Anything you want to tell anyone out there, and then we close it off. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for
but
having us,
just close it off before we get out of here.
Yeah.
Last
So
words?
that camera over there, see ya? This camera
nice.
over there. Anything you want to say, where people can follow you? How can you plug people if
Sure.
you know what I'm saying? If they're trying to do the same thing, maybe there's
Yeah.
something that you guys
Learn
wanna,
some, yeah.
Yeah, and all your social medias. I know you guys are rappers as well.
Yeah. But this is
it's-
business talk right now. We'll
Yeah,
get to the
yeah,
rest later.
yeah. So plug it over there.
Sure, you'll hook them up with the last words. I know you always want to motivate people. But check us out at zycorp.com. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We all over the place. As a social media agency, we have to be all over the place. But that's where you can really keep up with us and what we do on a day-to-day. There's a lot of great things happening. We launching a fashion brand in September.
Yeah.
That's a new client we just signed recently.
Yeah.
Can't wait to show the world the behind the scenes of how that's like putting together. And I'm sure it'll inspire the youth to really know that they can make this happen as well. Especially in South Africa, there's not a lot of talks about.
Yeah.
There's not a big network around young entrepreneurs. So this is a platform where we can really have those real life discussions and, you know, plan our futures and really execute on things. But connect with us, Instagram, our websites, and let's make it happen for sure.
Sure. And for anybody trying to start an agency or
Yeah.
pretty much get their business off the ground, try to make money in this digital age, don't be afraid. Yo, the sky's the limit, really. Like, there's a lot of options, a lot of opportunities out there. And if you keep your eyes open, if you stay hungry and you stay curious, trust me, there's a gap right there for
Facts.
you that you can definitely utilize. And I would say, the sooner you take your ideas from an idea to execution,
Yeah.
the sooner you can actually live the life you want.
Yeah, just start somewhere, for sure.
Shout out, Kana, your agency's called
Zaya Corp.
Zaya Corp.
ZIAH.
CORP.com. Check
Please
that
go
out.
support them. If you have a
Yeah.
small business, you need people to run your social media.
Yeah.
Marketing.
These are the guys that you
Yeah,
can
we
hit
have
up.
all
They-
kinds of packages.
All kind of packages.
Facts.
Everything that fits.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
let you
entry
know.
level to high
Before
end.
we cut it off, Push, we actually have a young gift. We got,
Oh, yeah?
We got a young gift for Pusha. We've been working on some brand identity. You know, your next.
This is how
You
you
have no
market,
idea.
guys.
Literally.
You must market like this.
that right there. So that's Push's new website. Push's new,
I'm gonna put it
new
right
whole
here,
thing.
right? I'm gonna put
Facts.
it right here.
Let them
See
know.
that?
Let them
You best
see
trust me.
everything.
Alright.
And-
So this is my website.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's where your new
You
fan base
guys,
is
you
gonna be
guys got my
supporting
black
you.
and white. I love
Facts.
it, dog.
Facts.
Facts. It's gonna be crazy.
Yo, shout out, dog. Okay, now I understand why AI came from.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
No, shout out.
A lot of personal touch.
Thank you for
over there.
joining us, guys. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put this up. I'm gonna put their contact details.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember to put their contact details here because last time I didn't. And you guys can reach them. And yeah, thank you so much for the love. Pusha Gang, fam.
Bluprint.
We out.
We out.